partners have received their countdown. And very soon, we're about to get this match underway. Hello, King.
Well, let's see what the king will give us for treasure today. Edric's sword off the bat!
Okay, offense, not going to be a problem at all. So what spells do we have? None. Okay, so we have all the offensive power in the world, but none of the magic. To better explain, let's show the stats, as we already have level ups coming into play.
Ooh, but good HP boost on everyone. 11 HP on level 2 increased.
And we're already heading to level 3.
Oh, new spell, it's Return!
Well, at least we will have something to get us back, once we're done with the game, but we've literally just started.
I am not calling it a jet seed yet, and level 4 has hurt more. Oh, we're done. We're done with magic.
You may want to call it, Chitin. You may want to call it.
Jet seed confirmed?
And easy access to the Rainbow Drop Cave for Itstoearly.
And for those who wondering who spun the seed, I'm guilty.
Yeah, for once, I did not touch the seed controls, so... Chitin,
And we do... Yes?
you may end up being the new favorite at this point, at least for the runners. Hopefully the viewers are entertained as well. Ooh! Well, apparently we still have some strong monsters, because...
Oof!
Yeah, you saw some of that too, I believe.
Yes, I did, and we found Caitlyn right now. And we saw Charlotte earlier, by the way, on It's Too Early side.
Well, at least we know we don't have to worry about purchasing that flame sword, so that's nearly 10,000 gold saved right off the bat. But without any healing abilities, we have no way to get into the Garden of Death to get the coordinates from the old man that tenders the place. Or tends to the place, depending on how you prefer to use words. Ooh! I believe I just saw a silver shield in Caitlyn.
I saw that too, so... Possibly early armor grinding?
That will depend. I mean, we have seen Goldman on Thilotilo's side, so we could always defeat Goldman to get 255 gold a pop. But ideally, we would like to find the town of Rimmildar so we can purchase some keys and check if the treasury has something.
Speaking of Thilotilo, he found the Stone Sunlight Cave, which contains just 510 gold.
Every little bit helps, and oh, speaking of Rimmildar, thank you, Will Wagner, for pointing it out. Also, hi Stoneman, bye Stoneman, the Datyedyeguy goes back to start.
Did I just spawn a super good seed?
Maybe. It's entirely possible this may be sub-hour, depending on what else our runners find. But with those keys purchased, what's in Rimmildar?
That's what I was about to say the same thing. More gold, apparently.
So you got more than your money's back for the keys. Ooh.
Oof.
Yeah, Star Wyverns. Never the best thing.
Yeah, and my history of seas, for everyone that kind of knows from the FFR community, my monsters will tend to have the last laugh.
Alright, Thilotilo has found Garanham and has immediately purchased the Dragon Scale. That's 2 extra defense points when equipped, and oh boy, I believe level 6 has Heal More.
Yep, and it's confirmed this seed is completely jet style profiling.
Someone was asking what the Star Wyvern had. I don't know if I saw in time, but
I think it's just physical damage was the problem.
well, either way, it does have plenty of attack power. And it looks like we just missed a treasury dive, so we thank you, Smashy, for covering that while we were explaining. The torch, the death necklace, the herb, and the fairy flute. No gold in the treasury. But we may have gold in the mountain cave, which is at the back half of Tanjigil Castle. Also, coal has been found by Thilotilo. Everyone is exploring all over. And there's your armor, folks.
I'd say the seed is pretty much jet propulsed already.
And there is some gold in Mountain Cave, so I don't know if it's actually possible to perform a gold grind, but we may not need it as much. Also, apparently we had learned the spell of Hurt at level 5 or 6. Level 7 has Heal.
I think this seed says this is gonna be sub-hour at this rate. There's like no way you can pass this up. Speaking of Axe Knights, goodbye Thilotilo.
And Itstoearly is about to get Erdrick's armor. The Hangry Canuck, Itstoearly just picked it up in coal. And during all this explanation, I have missed what was being found in the mountain cave.
I was trying to keep up with it too, but Will is going too fast for me. I couldn't catch it. If anyone in chat can pick up, speak of,
Wait a second. How could that be the club? No.
It's glitched.
Glitched to what? Wings?
Or herbs?
Either way, we did miss the fighter's ring picked up, so there's 2 extra offense for you.
Smashy confirmed it was wings.
And if we want some more gold for the silver shield, we got goldmen in the mountain cave as well. Wizards for Datyedyeguy. And, ooh, green dragons. Not what we're looking for. Thilotilo possibly may be in Mountain Cave as well, I can't tell. Definitely somewhere.
Yeah, I can't tell by the movement at all.
Well, we do know that there are Droll Magis in there. Alright, Will Wagner back in Rimmildar. Itstoearly in Cantlin with Erdrick's armor. We can go through that Garden of Death. But first, we confirm another sighting of the Silver Shield. It's the same one as before, and Itstoearly not going for the coordinates. Did he not have a key?
That's my only guess, that if he doesn't have a key at all, or he hasn't gone back to Rimeldar.
That could be. Will Wagner back at up to level 8, and as confirmed by chat, ooh, that was a huge increase. At least for agility.
Yeah, 21 agility on 8, it's ridiculous.
Okay, wherever Thilotilo is, has the silver harp now. So was that Garen's grave that he actually ended up in?
That was my only guess. I was thinking the grave as well, by the way the movements were.
Well, Will has found the Harp Cave or Staff of Rain Cave, but no Staff of Harp yet. And the Datyedyeguy is now about to get the Death Necklace.
I just wonder... Go ahead.
Everyone is at level 8 at 11 and a half minutes in, and thank you, Dark Rid, for pointing out my occasional word mix-up. Shoutouts to our trackers and comms and runners. They are doing an excellent job. I'm just the silly guy trying to help keep things running smoothly.
I believe Datyedyeguy is in the mountain cave right now, right?
Yes, the Datyedyeguy is in the mountain cave. The only thing that we had confirmed, at least as far as important items go, is the Fighter's Ring. And Itstoearly has just entered a cave. Was able to move south for a bit. That's Garen's grave.
Well, let's see if it was incoming harp or was it somewhere else. That's the question.
There aren't that many places that are dark, and considering that Thilotilo was dealing with enemies, I think it had to have been Garen's grave.
MTI level gain on the HP.
Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. And Thilotilo has just discovered it, and I believe... Well, at least we gained outside by then.
Well, if you guys wanted a jet seat, you got your jet seat today.
Alright, yep, Silver Harp was in chest number 3, I guess, of Garen's grave. Along with an herb and some gold. And now the Datyedyeguy learns about that MTI level. Now's a good time to show the stats again so we can compare how everyone is doing. Look at that attack power, Chitin. This is...
Oh, baby.
This is what all true warriors strive for. Very good attack early on, decent agility to run away from enemies.
Good amount of MP though. It's just defense needs a little bit more boosting.
As well as hit points, but that may come along very soon. Depends on how the levels go. I mean, with the seed as it started, I am not surprised at how close our runners are.
And I'll throw this to the chat. Guys in the chat room, what are you guys predicting when they're gonna dive at Sharlock? Like, at what level you think they're gonna dive at?
Thilotilo is going to be the first to get the Staff of Rain. Perfect. We still need Erdrick's token and the Stones of Sunlight, I believe. But perhaps it may... one of them, in particular the token, may be in Hawk's Nest. That's where Will Wagner is at.
Let's see who's the guardian of the spot for today.
Now keep in mind that Will and Datyedyeguy have not gone to Cole yet in order to get Erdrick's armor. So depending on the Guardian, or the Guardian's Guardian, this may not end well. Oh, and Hurtmore missed, but fortunately able to run away. So who is guarding the something? Or nothing, we don't know yet. It's the Golem.
That's actually good in the long run, because he has the fairy flute.
Indeed. And trying to land a stop spell in the meantime as well. I don't know if that actually can work. That is, if you're put asleep, can you have stop spell put on you? But at least with the fairy flute, you know, it's an easy one. And there we go, Golem down for nothing.
Nothing. But I wouldn't mind to grind on the golem at this rate.
I wouldn't object either. It's one of the few enemies that offers max experience points. We have a way of stopping most attacks by just putting the golem to sleep. We don't have to worry about red dragons, and we don't have to hunt for metal slimes. So in this case, this may not be a bad strategy.
Well, speaking of Thilotilo, he's about to find out that the golems are hiding in that spot that does contain nothing on it.
Alright, while everyone is exploring, let's at least talk a little bit more about our runners in depth. The tie-dye guy in your top left. He has gotten into Dragon Warrior Randomizer thanks to Nest Cardinality. Also messed with some other speedruns, in particular Mario Land 2 and Tetris 2. And he is also responsible for the lovely tracker that you see right here today. Thilotilo, his opponent. Relatively new to the randomizer community, has primarily messed with this game and Final Fantasy I randomizer. However, he is also an excellent programmer that has actually spent time disassembling and recreating the game. Talking about the bottom match right now, Itstoearly in your bottom left. Second time ever participating in a randomizer or speedrun tournament. Looked into speedrunning Mega Man 4, but is also a very good rhythm gamer, in particular with Poppin' Music and Beatmania 2DX. Bottom right, Itstoearly's opponent, Will Wagner. One of the newcomers here. So this is actually Will's first tournament, and he also enjoys professional wrestling. And for some reason, he wants me to mention that he did get to fight a man dressed as a sandwich. We certainly have interesting backgrounds for everyone here.
Well, when you were speaking about our players, that Datyedyeguy guy found a jerk cave.
I think everyone has found the Rainbow Drop Cave by now. We sometimes call it the Jerk Cave because if you don't have everything you need to get the Rainbow Drop, which is Staff of Rain, Stones of Sunlight, and Erdrick's Token, the guy can be a jerk and just throw you out.
And the grind still continues on Will Wagner's side. He's at level, he's going to be about to be at level 12 very soon.
Well, this Golem grind spot is certainly giving Will the experience lead. Again, just needs to find Cole. And the tie-dye guy needs to find a medic green dragon with Dragon Lord 2 breath. Ouch. Though Smashy does have an excellent point in chat. The big stat in question to focus on is health points. If we don't get those health points up enough, this fast seed may actually grind to a halt.
And speaking of Itstoearly, I have no idea where he is. Because to me, it's looking like a swamp cave.
I agree, actually. Though it looks like there's a green dragon that's trying to guard the other way out. Now, fortunately, with Erdrick's armor and the defensive stats right there, able to survive a Dragon Lord 2 breath, so that helps. And here's the other end of the world. A Drakima welcomes you. Now, I'm trying to think about what other towns we haven't found yet.
We haven't seen Brecconary. We haven't seen we've seen Catlin, we've seen Cole. Ugh, I'm running out of towns already in my head. Ooh, actually, I've been corrected by Cyberdark. Thank you very much. That Brecconary has been found.
And ETAP, we actually have found Garenham early on. I believe Thilotilo found it, but we couldn't see what was inside the 3 chests because we were missing a key at that point. Well, we do have a town on Itstoearly side, and... Oh. That's where Hawk's Nest was. Did everyone go through the swamp cave, or was there actually another way around?
I think there was another way around because I didn't see anyone go Swamp Cave at all until Itstoearly just went into it.
Now, I'll admit, I'm still relatively new to Dragon Warrior Randomizer, but I always thought that Swamp Cave was guaranteed to take you to another continent. But according to Smashy in chat, this may be a single continent, which means... unless the coordinates in Cantlin end up proving to be nasty, Swamp Cave becomes completely pointless.
I have to agree with you there, because if Swamp Cave is useless, then I have no idea what we could do.
However, I think at this point we can confirm that the Erdrick's Cave, or the Tablet Cave, is located at the back of Garenham. Because that's the only cave I don't think we've seen yet.
Yeah, that's true, because we never saw Tablet Cave yet at all.
So the Datyedyeguy took out the golem, learned there was nothing, and chose to leave. However, does have the experience lead right now.
And speaking of Will, he activated the chest glitch already.
Which chest glitch are you referring to, Kyton?
The one that limits to, like, if you go beyond 8 chests open, the 9th chest will technically be still there.
You think we have a gold grind possibility right here? We may very well. Also,
Not anymore.
Also, all spells are learned by level 12 this seed. So we don't have to worry about magic potential.
It's the blasted HP we have to worry about.
Yeah, that and the defensive power. Thilotilo wishing he had some right there, but that blue dragon said no. Alright, the Datyedyeguy has found southern end of Swamp Cave, but... And Smashy is concerned about Will's play. Did he remember to raid the treasure chests in the treasury?
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, did he forget to raid that chest in the treasury?
Also, Itstoearly has entered Garenham and is taking the chest now. Cursed Belt, Gold, and Free Magic Key.
Well, it's time to see what's behind the town of Garingham.
I'm reasonably sure... Oh! That Magiwyvern still hurt, but I'm also reasonably sure that this is the Tablet Cave. Did Itstoearly just leave it without going in?
Yeah. I'm like really confused why he didn't go.
Folks at home, I don't know if I can rationalize what Itstoearly is doing. And the reason that I say that, I'm going to put the items back on screen. I have not seen anyone pick up the Stones of Sunlight. I suspect that the Stones of Sunlight, they have to be outside of Sharlock, so they could very well be in Garenham, and Itstoearly is immediately heading back there. And considering that we've seen 2 of the search spots already, I believe Erdrick's token has to be on the overworld search spot.
Oh, speaking of Staff of Rain, Thilotilo found it.
Yeah, I believe Thilotilo did find it. We'll get that corrected shortly. That was very short, thank you. Alright, let's see if my theory holds true. Does the Tablet Cave today hold the Stones of Sunlight?
Nope.
No.
Just the scale of the dragon.
What other chests have we missed? Game Boy is asking about the insane stats. Yeah. Story of this seed. First of all, I did not roll it, Kyton did. Second of all, the king had Erdrick's sword all along. Third of all, hurt more at level 4. Fourth of all... Go ahead.
You gotta say it, man.
Alright.
Edric's armor in coal.
Okay, Will Wagner did get the gold grind set up correctly. And Smashy brought up an excellent point. We forgot about the 2 chests in Garen's grave that are behind the key-locked door. But here come those coordinates.
$68 north, 1 to the east.
Well, continent, so maybe it's countable. However, the Datyedyeguy rescued the princess anyway. Princess Gwaylin, sometimes also known as effectively the Gwaylin Positioning System or GPS, because no matter where you are, she will always tell you how far away you are from her. Don't know why, I guess rescue romances are the new hip thing, but use that in combination with the coordinates that take you away from Tangiel Castle, search there, and you will find what is likely to be Erdrick's token.
And I'm guessing maybe Garen's grave is guarding the.
Say that again, please?
Has to be guarded in that where Garen's grave is.
So that means we have to head back. Thilotilo gaining knowledge of the coordinates, the Datyedyeguy following suit. Though keep in mind, the Datyedyeguy has not gone to Cole yet. So right now, as far as top runners go, the Datyedyeguy, I'm concerned, has the disadvantage because of lack of Erdrick's armor. Will Wagner, compared to Itstoearly, this one is a little bit closer, because WillWagner has the level advantage, but Itstoearly has more of the knowledge.
And Itstoearly has the defensive advantage already as well, except without no shield.
Excellent point. So let's put the stats back on and just show how powerful our warriors are for today. Lack of HP is the big story right now, along with how quick it took us to get here. Well, the Datyedyeguy does find the Vanilla Stones of Sunlight Cave, however, it's just stones of gold, effectively.
Ooh, and of course, nothing to worry about. Rogue Scorpions only have baby breath.
However, I did just see the Datyedyeguy enter this bonus cave again, right? Okay, he's leaving again. WillWagner is back in Hawk's Nest to grind out the golems. Wait a second. How much was that HP build, or how much was that?
That can't be right.
I think it is! We actually saw 60 HP gained!
I believe it's a level so far in this whole tournament.
Chitin, you may be wanted to roll seeds more often. I mean, chat doesn't believe it either. And I had to barely catch it on the replay here.
What just happened to me?
Just be thankful that we aren't using the other seed that was misrolled. Who knows what would have happened. Okay, Datyedyeguy now has Erdrick's armor. Will Wagner just needs to find it, and then we can hopefully improve defensive power. That's the new weak stat.
Yeah, it's only like, what, 70 defense? No, actually, defensive is not bad because look at Thilotilo.
True, but that small shield is what gets him up to that bare minimum where you would consider it. Ideally, I believe our runners want somewhere close to 96 defensive power.
And to answer Game Boy's question, Game Boy, we're looking at a single continent completely.
Yeah, single continent, Silver Shield already located, just a matter of going back to Cantlin. Coordinates are interesting because of the fact that we believe it's a single continent. As we said, Chitin, you are going to be wanted for seed rolling responsibilities on any match I am not a part of. And even on the matches I am a part of. Alright,
And
go
we're back on Breckenridge on Will's side. Let's see what he's going to do here.
Selling some items to make room for probably some herbs and torches, I guess. I'll admit, I don't know.
I don't think he'll need a torch because he has the Radiant spell already.
That may be, but consider how low the MP is. You want enough heal mores in order to survive the dive to Sharlock and, you know, use enough heal mores for the actual battle. So in this case, purchasing herbs and torches is not a bad idea. Now, what? Here's a... Will Wagner is actually purchasing fairy water from Breckenridge. This is a play I don't see often.
He's probably just trying to save the repel stuff for in case he had to go straight to Sharlock for grinding.
Well, considering the stats on hand, not a bad idea, all things considered. Just... what a seed. And apparently Game Boy F9 is not a fan of the play because he wants that door removed. Chitin, you have just caused the first seed where fairy water is wanted. And Thilotilo finally has Erdrick's token.
At this rate, Thilotilo has to grind now. There's no way he can pass up the grinding right now.
My apologies for misreading that, Game Boy. I'm just curious as to why we should remove the magic door for the fairy water when, you know, it's something we rarely see, and I still can't believe it, just how this whole seed has ended up. It's too early. Taken out by Dragon Lord 2 Breath. Thilotilo recharging. The Datyedyeguy back in. That's Mountain Cave, I believe.
Yeah, because that.
Okay, pay attention to the level, folks. That was 60. That was absolutely 60.
It even saddens me. I have on this whole map.
Say that again, please, Kyton.
No metal slimes has showed up lately.
Well, who knows what's going to show up next. So at this point, Stones of Sunlight is the only thing I think is unaccounted for. Switching back to item view for a moment to confirm, yeah. Our runners need to go back to Garen's grave. Question is, will they remember to?
I think this is the first time that Garen's grave is recommended to go through the magic key part.
Well, it looks like the Datyedyeguy has finished it. Got the last chest. I thought it was Mountain Cave for a moment, but that was actually Garen's.
And can it be safely said that the Datyedyeguy is on go mode in item form?
Where did you see that again?
I said, is the Datyedyeguy in go mode at this rate? Despite without having a shield?
Unless, I mean, if we missed the Datyedyeguy pick up the Silver Harp / Staff of Rain and Erdrick's token, then maybe. But it's really hard to call a go mode unless we can confirm it. So at this point, Lavkey and a Silver Shield is possible to get. Will Wagner did grind for it. It's in Cantlin. And this is not as tough of a seed as you think. I'm gonna put the stats back up to show. Basically, level 12 to level 13, right there, 60 hit points.
And speaking of the Datyedyeguy, he just got his rainbow drop.
Well, there you go. We missed. We had missed a Datyedyeguy pick up all of those items then.
Lapkin, we had early Edric's and early Edric's equipment immediately.
And now Thilotilo, not quite there, has to go for the final chest.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Datyedyeguy is gonna either grind or he's gonna dive.
Okay. Looks like the Datyedyeguy is still looking for the token, so just found the Rainbow Drop Cave, hasn't actually claimed the Rainbow Drop itself. Still has to deal with Go ahead.
I just wonder if he's gonna go for the princess instead of the coordinates.
Whoa, look at that level 14 increase. 13, 0, 15, 15.
What have I done to the seed?
You have done a very miraculous thing. All Will Wagner needs is Erdrick's armor. Just has to find Cole. He is the only runner out of the 4 who hasn't done so. And part of the reason why we want to emphasize... Oh, hold on. Thilotilo now has that rainbow drop. So, part of the reason that we kind of want to emphasize the Erdrick's armor here... Erdrick's armor is the best defensive armor that you can find in the game. We are talking 28 defensive power. We are talking 1 HP recovery per step. Immune to swamp damage. Immune to the electric damage in both Garden of Death and Charlotte's Castle. And resistance to hurt more. Resistance to hurt as well. And easier reduction of Dragon Lord 2 breath.
We haven't seen a large shield yet, right?
I'm gonna be honest, I lost track. I saw the silver shield and the small shield, otherwise known as the leather shield, but what I'm also seeing is the Datyedyeguy entering Charlock.
At the 47 mark at level 13.
Thilotilo is not far behind, though. Keep in mind the experience levels. 5625 is needed to go to level 14. That is when we're going to see that 13, 0, 15, 15. And just all of those green stats, even with the defensive penalty, at least on Will Wagner's side, once you at least get, Erdrick's armor, that goes away.
And Will just found the stones.
So that means the only runner who hasn't actually seen the stones yet would be Itstoearly.
Did he go for the coordinates?
I believe everyone has by this point. Though, actually, you're right. I don't think Will Wagner has. Because no Silver Shield. We know Silver Shield's in Caitlin. It's now just a question of, does Will know which directions he hasn't gone in order to find Cole and Caitlin? Alright, the Datyedyeguy has gained that all-important level 14. And looks like we had missed a shield purchase on the Datyedyeguy side, as well as a scale purchase, so we're getting that taken care of right now on screen. Thank you again to our trackers. Please give them a follow if you haven't already, along with our runners. Again, our trackers, Darkrid12 and CyberDark86. And our runners, Datyedyeguy, Thilotilo, Itstoearly, Will Wagner. And don't forget my commentary partner, Chitin619.
And of course, our restreamer, Wolfman.
Yes, follow them twice if it's possible. Alright, Will Wagner with the Staff of Rain now.
Yeah, all he just needs is just Jerk Cave.
As well as the armor. I mean, we can go without the shield at this rate.
But the armor is so mandatory.
I agree, we do. I mean, most seeds require Erdrick's armor, and even with the inflated stats that we have here, I'm pretty sure we still need Erdrick's armor just to deal with the electricity. But hold on, folks. Thilotilo did not go to level 14 yet, and is already at the final floor of Sharlock Castle.
I just wonder if he's gonna gamble at all on this dive.
I mean, considering the stats, it wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea to go for it. I mean, what else can you gain from the treasury? The tricky part, though, is...
Go ahead.
Is maintaining that MP.
And the treasury could possibly only have maybe just herbs at this rate?
Though, speaking of MP, the Datyedyeguy doesn't have much of it either. This is more of an exploratory / grind dive, whereas Thilotilo, I think, is attempting to win it right here and now. But
and Tilo got his 14 grind.
However, keep in mind that while that raised the maximum MP, that does not raise the current MP on level up. So it is still 11 hurt mores. It's just that extra strength into the attack power is going to help a good deal. But here's the Datyedyeguy, again without the MP. The Datyedyeguy is not able to finish this run.
Yeah, at this rate, it's gonna be too dicey against D-Lord too.
However, according to Game Boy F9, along with a bunch of calculations, this is entirely possible for Thilotilo to finish right now, especially with the Golem on the Guardian spot. After all, I believe all of our runners have found the Fairy Flute. So at this point, it's just a matter of rolling high enough. And on our bottom racers, Will Wagner still searching. The Datyedyeguy gets up to level 15. How is this? 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing useful.
Well, Tilo's on this Dragon Lord hunt.
He is a fool. And so much of a fool that he has enraged the Dragon Lord and forced him to transform. Here comes, having that big damage. Already saw a hit for 18. There's another. That looked like 21, didn't it?
That was 21.
There's a 16, not ideal, but 21 helps offset it. 13 is a low one. And Will Wagner does purchase the Silver Shield. Unfortunately, I've lost track of how much,
There's a 23 I saw.
And Datyedyeguy is going for the feudal fight as Thilotilo pulls it off. Oh my goodness, this may be the fastest Swiss seed yet.
And with that said, Thilotilo has officially finished in an SRL time of 56 minutes and 17 seconds.
Just completely unreal. Get your GGs out in chat, everyone. Sub-hour seeds are rare. Alright, Datyedyeguy is ready for the actual dive into Sharlock. And Itstoearly has found the Stones of Sunlight.
That was the fastest seed I've seen in a long while.
As I said, I think that's a record for this tournament. Alright, Itstoearly. Getting the rainbow drop. Will Wagner has found Garanham. Needs to find Cole.
Because we know Cole has that crazy Edric's armor he needs.
Indeed, that would give him the best stats of all right now. Well, defensive-wise anyway. So just, in case you've forgotten the difference between full armor and Erdrick's armor, we are talking about, what is the exact stat again? That is about... Actually, it's only 4 difference, so not that much. But you miss out on the 1 HP per step possibilities here. But here's someone who found that early. Thilotilo, GG, and holy moly, what a seed.
Wow. That was a jet seed if there ever was one.
Yeah, I mean, tell us your thoughts about the beginning of the seed at least.
Well, so the first thing, obviously, you get Erdrick's Sword, and that's really nice, but I've seen plenty of seeds where you start with Erdrick's Sword, and it just kind of ends up being a slog. You have to grind to level 18, and it was ridiculous, but every time we went up a level, it was another double-digit power gain, and I couldn't believe it. And then I just kind of picked the right path, came across Cole, and hit Erdrick's armor, and I mean, I was just, my heart was beating out of my chest at that point, knowing that it just seemed like this one was going to be a race to the finish. You know, there wasn't going to be a lot of other stuff. Had a couple issues that came up where I got stuck in the grave and couldn't. I can get myself from the entrance to the 3 chests, but I apparently can't get myself back. So I was trying to level there, hoping I could get another or go up a level and get Radiant or get outside or something. Didn't work, so I ended up having to death warp there. And then after wandering the rest of the map, I still was looking for the stones, and I never did find the tablet cave, which was scaring me. And so I finally dove back into the grave, went down there, obviously got the stones, but I was really nervous that I took way too long to do that because I explored the entire second continent unnecessarily. But then when I was going into the grave and got a gain of 60 hit points, which is the most I've ever had, that was the point where I sat there and said, okay, I have the stats to take on the Dragon Lord right now, but should I gain another level or not? And the whole time I was killing monsters, I go, I'm wasting time. I shouldn't be bothering gaining a level. I should make it down there. But my agility was just too low for me to feel totally comfortable I was going to get down there with all of my heal mores. So I figured I'd at least try to see if I could hit another level before the Dragon Lord to hopefully get a strength gain to offset those loss of heal mores. As it turns out, there wasn't a whole lot nasty in Sharlock. Had hit a couple of red dragons, but with the attack power we had, I figured I could just take them out with my sword and had more success than running from them, and was able to get to the Dragon Lord with all of my MP and another insane stat gain. And yeah, it was ridiculous that I was on level 14, had 149 attack power without the death necklace, over 100 or 141 hit points. The only thing that was missing was the silver shield, and there was a grind you could have done to get that, but I figured that the amount of time it would take me to do that wasn't going to be worth the chances of me needing to take one extra hit somewhere.
Well, speaking of that, Datyedyeguy just eliminated Dragon Lord 2 already, so he's on his way back to the castle. And how do you like that seed I spun for you, Tilo?
Can you roll all of my seeds, Gaiden?
Oh boy, guess who's been promoted? The title.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man, because every time I spun the seed on my own offline, I get trolled like horrible.
In all honesty, though, my seed last week against Nestcard that Wolfman rolled was pretty easy too, so it hasn't been so bad for me in the tournament. This one was just tough, because when you go up against someone like Nestcardinality, you kind of know you're going to lose, and it kind of gets rid of some of the nerves. But the other thing is, when you lose and you're now 0-1, now all of a sudden the stakes are that much higher, because you got to win some games somewhere along the lines. And the Datyedyeguy is a very good player, and so my heart was beating out of my chest from 30 minutes before the race until 10 minutes afterwards. So I'm very happy to have this. I'm very happy to have this win. But the thing is, I'm usually when it comes to the seeds I lose, it tends to be I get a big exploration lead but fall behind on grinding. So in a seed like this, there was no grinding; it was all exploration. It really kind of benefited my playstyle, and so I think that helped me out as well.
You do realize, Tilo, that Swamp Cave was kind of useless because we found out that it's actually a single continent.
Really? I don't know. I missed the connection point.
Speaking of the Datyedyeguy, GG, man.
Hello, GG.
GG.
That was a fun seed, huh?
Yeah, I mean, first chest Erdrick sword, level 4 hurt more, level 6 heal more, level 13 60 HP gain, and the only real bad level was the one you just gained at the end at 15, where it was 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, bah, nothing.
Yeah. I actually missed that 60 HP gain. I was busy looking down at my notes and where I was supposed to go next. And when I was walking around and saw I had 140 HP, I was like, whoa, what did I miss?
Yeah. So you can thank Chitin for this one.
Yes, please roll all my seeds. This is good.
Well, speaking of finding the token, Will Wagner just found the token. I think he's on his way back to Jerk Cave. And Itstoearly just finished up the Dragon Lord 2.
Yeah, there wasn't any real big stumbling blocks I found. It was just more of trying to route everything effectively once you figured out where stuff was.
And for the bottom race, we have a winner. Itstoearly has finished on time with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 5 minutes, 44 seconds.
GG to Itstoearly.
Alright, Will Wagner is recharging right now.
Oh, Datyedyeguy, when did you start your dive?
Well, I think I ran in when I was at 13, and I didn't even like have full MP. I was like, I'm just gonna dive, level up as I go, and I ended up sticking around till I believe 15. And even then, I moseyed around for a little bit trying to find out who the boss was, because I was still like, I know I have tons of HP, but my defense is still pretty low because I only had the small shield. So I think it was in the high 70s for defense. So I was still a little cautious, knowing I was going to put the death necklace on. So, but I ended up taking him out at 15 without a problem with the death necklace. How about yourself?
Yeah, I dove at midway through 13. I was at full MP, figuring I'd get my way down to 14, trying to figure out if it was even worth it, but because we had the stats to take him on if we could get to him at full stats at level 13, but decided I'd take my chances on 14, and that was an insane stat gain that I got on the basement and was able to take him out. I didn't even bother with the death necklace. Figured the double hits were more valuable to me, but I think it was kind of a wash as to which way to go with that.
Yeah, with so much attack, it was just, yeah, very simple fight.
And speaking of Itstoearly, GG to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, GG.
GG.
GG to you both as well.
So, Itstoearly, how you like the seed I spun for you?
That was great. Thank you very much for that.
If you keep this up, Chitin, I'm gonna be out of a job as a seed roller.
Well, we'll put it this way. I am far from the best player in this tournament, and I currently have the best time in this tournament by a couple of minutes now. So that's just showing quite how good of a seed you rolled there, Chitin.
Yeah, nothing like first chest you get being the Edric sword, huh?
I mean, it wasn't just that, it was the early hurt more access. You were able to find coal relatively quickly. And then of course, the big level 13 gain. How did you react to that?
60 hit points. I had to stop for a second. Like, 60 hit points? I thought I leveled up twice somehow for a second.
Everyone was shocked when we saw those level ups.
I was speechless.
Did everyone play the same build?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, we did have confirmation that if you were not on that type of build, yeah, everyone was on strength HP. I was thinking build of the randomizer for a moment.
Oh yeah, no, I figured that one out early on. I hadn't updated the randomizer.
Well, good thing you did, because
Yeah, I'd
took
probably
the
still be
victory.
on level 6 knowing my luck, but that was good. And I see WillWagnerMusic is probably about to beat the game himself. That was a very easy Dragon Lord fight as well. I couldn't believe the offensive power I had at level 14.
And looking at the stream, it appears he got the silver shield.
He did. He did actually use that gold grind that was talked about a little earlier. Not the best of gold grinds, but it worked. And I think part of that was because Will had not actually found Cantlin or Cole yet at that point.
I think this is the first time I've ever seen all stats green.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
This was an absolutely amazing seed.
So let's at least talk about records right now. Well, hold on. Will Wagner's going to be the second, I think. Yep, second to gain level 15. There's that countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, no, not that one.
If any of you three can send me the seed and the game, if possible, I need to put that into Hall of Fame immediately.
Yeah, I can do that right now.
Well, please wait till we at least have
Oh,
a
right,
GG,
right.
just to be, fair and proper. Yeah. But at the
Yeah, that's true.
At the very least, Thilotilo, you are now 1-1 if I've counted correctly. So, how do you feel so far?
I'm pretty happy. Like I said earlier, I knew I was going up against a pretty good opponent, Datyedyeguy. And having already had to play Nest card, I was really, really nervous going into the game today. So getting away with a win here is quite a relief, and I'm very, very happy.
Datyedyeguy, hopefully you'll be able to bounce back from this one.
Yep. I don't know. I was nervous about this race for sure. I thought I was definitely the underdog here. So, but hey, it's good. And maybe I'll have time for some practice races before the next round, and hopefully get rid of that goose egg I got sitting in my win column.
Your first opponent was Jackamus Wedge in week 1, if I remember correctly. Very interesting character, that.
He's a good guy.
I mean, I believe it. But, and now Itstoearly, you are now at 1-1 as well, as Will Wagner is trying to wrap up this Dragon Lord 2 fight. 152 attack power certainly makes it easy, though, Tie-Dye, why did you put on the death necklace?
Tons of HP, why not?
Fair enough.
That was my thought too. I was like, man, I so much HP that I know my power was already overkill, but why not?
Have some fun, right?
Overkill? Go ahead.
Will is about to get his GG, so everyone get your GGs out for Will, because he's about to finish right now.
And there is your time. Whoops, I typed that in incorrectly. My bad. 1:13:50, not 1:30. However, Will is certainly happy with his performance, if going by IRC correctly, because that's a PB for him.
Yes, I believe that was a PB for me as well.
Same here, PB by 3.5 minutes for me.
By a lot.
And hopefully we will get Will in here shortly. Alright, have you already posted? Yup, you have.
I gotta watch that VOD.
There is plenty to watch, and for the viewers, plenty to listen to. As we not only get Will Wagner in shortly, let's also at least put the music back on. Alright, we just need Will to get in here.
Of course, I do got to get going, but thank you, everyone. GG's all around, and yep, can't wait for the next race.
GG.
Well, that race was pretty fast, can't you say, Wolf?
Very fast. Faster than I was expecting. I mean, I had to roll, or I didn't have to roll, but I did roll the Speed Hacks match, and everyone finished better than the winner of that one, I believe. I mean, this is the power of... I mean, this is a jet seat in a nutshell, folks. Early offensive power, decent exploration, early hurt more, and that plus 60 HP gain.
And don't forget, a single continent in the whole race.
We have rolled a variety of interesting seeds so far, Chitin, and for your first one here in the tournament, you are going to be popular. Right now we're trying to address some minor technical difficulties as... Oh, I think I see what happened.
And we welcome Will Wagner. GG to you, sir.
How's everyone doing today?
GG, Will.
GG, Will.
Thanks. I knew when I went and I messed up the gold grind the first time. I thought, hey, I don't know where the silver shield is, and then I went, hey, I don't know where 3 of the towns are either. And when I went back through the swamp cave, I really thought I struck gold when I found Breckenridge, until I found out that I'd missed 3 very important towns that put me behind by probably at least 10 minutes. And once I finally found them, I started to see the dot duns come in, and I knew, I'm like, if I would have just gone past Sharlock, I would have found more of those towns, and it would have been a closer race.
You had mentioned 3 towns. I know that 2 of them are Cole and Cantlin. What was the third?
There was doesn't sound weird, but there's Shoptown, there was Backroom Town, and there was
Garenham was the third. Thank you. Shoptown is Cantlin, Backroom is Garenham, and Searchtown is Cole.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with that run. I think I finished probably close to 10 minutes quicker than I ever had on Randomizer. I knew what I'd kind of done in the moment, and I was pretty sure that I was the highest level or close to it when I started to grind those golems. But I think maybe I spent a little too much time there, and I normally go with strength agility, but I switched to strength HP tonight, and I think maybe a little bit more agility would have helped me escape a few of those encounters early.
Well, the seed's over. Let's actually play a little hypothetical. If you were to have gone strength agility at this point, you would have gained 9 more agility.
I think I was at somewhere around 144 HP when I'd taken on the Dragon Lord, and I remember thinking, I'm like, oh, I should have put the Death Necklace on it, and I went, I'm gonna do 20 plus damage with a lot of these hits. I think I over leveled, and I should have avoided grinding so much on those golems and just let the natural course of travel in the board find some more of those Axe Knights where I can get quick encounters where I didn't have to use the Fairy Flute.
I actually felt the golem grind wasn't a bad idea at all. I mean, you did have the Fairy Flute, you did have an immediate way of stopping the golems, and you were ahead on the experience battle for part of it. Honestly, it was the gold grind and the lack of town knowledge that cost you on this one.
Yeah, definitely. I think the first one was a good call. I ended up going back there because I was at such a low HP. I was like, oh, I'm not going to have nearly enough HP. And I think in one level gain, there was some crazy amount of HP. It was 37, maybe even higher than that, where I was just, oh, I thought I had to grind here for another level or two, but now I'm ready to take on the dragon mode.
That is the nature of randomizers these days. So, I've asked everyone else this, and I may as well get your opinion as well. Do you want Chitin to attempt to roll for your seeds for every round from here on out?
I think that was a really good seed, and it's very good if you're an efficient randomizer player. But for me, I think the more difficult the seed is, and the more like idiosyncrasies that it has, the better that helps me. So roll them as dangerous as you can and help me out.
Well, perhaps the misrolled seed may be a good one. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know what's going to be encountered there.
I'm pretty happy with how I played, and I think that if I could do certain things over, I might change one or two things. But I think in the early part of the game, I spent exploring kind of the northwest, and I started to work my way clockwise. And after I found Sharlock, I didn't continue down that path. And I think I got to do a better job of managing the map, because on some of these where you can go in a lot of different directions, you think you've explored an area thoroughly, and you go back there and you realize you've already been there. So I got to figure out a better mapping plan.
Well, you are 0-2 right now. Hopefully you can practice some mapping plans and be ready for the next round.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, my goal for the tournament was to get a sub 90-minute time because I hadn't done that yet. And I achieved it a little bit earlier in a practice round, but doing it in the second tournament match for me is already a big win for me.
I appreciate your attitude for this. Hopefully it will help get you a win next time. That'll depend, of course, on who you end up rolling against.
When I see those duns come in and almost, I think it was sub an hour and things like that, and I see really great players beating it, and I'm kind of close, I'm happy. I caught up on a lot of this tournament over the course of the last, I guess, year and a half maybe, through YouTube clips that I saw, but I didn't really want to enter the tournament because I didn't think I was good enough at Randomizer, and so I'm like, I'll give it a shot, and it's going pretty well so far, so I'm playing with the house money.
Just don't make us go broke, and I think you'll be fine here.
If the seed takes over 2 hours, I mean, I want to win a war of attrition, I suppose.
Very well. For the three runners that are still here, Itstoearly, Thilotilo, and WillWagner, any final thoughts on this?
You guys are good.
Oh, thank you very much. I was going to say, can we play this seed again next week?
For real, get that one to me each game.
If we somehow seriously roll the same seed next week, first of all, someone find me a time portal or something, because that just makes no sense, or the nearest DeLorean. Second of all, I'm pretty sure we would have to force a re-roll there.
I'm mad that you made him upgrade to the new tracker. I think it would have been fun if I got that seed and he got whatever was rolled in the previous version.
Oh, yeah, with the previous randomizer version? That would have been fun. I'm sure I wouldn't have won then.
I'm glad we checked the checksums beforehand, because it would have been a shame for us to have started this seed realized we were on different ones and then had to re-roll.
When I found that Edric sword, I was like, "Oh, this seed is fantastic." If you would have taken that away from me, that would have been heartbreaking.
Everyone, give it up for our forerunners, Datyedyeguy, Thilotilo, Itstoearly, and WillWagnerMusic. Let's also give it up for our trackers, CyberDark86 and DarkRid12, along with my commentary partner, Chitin619. Please, give them all a follow if you haven't already.
I gotta say, I love the work that the trackers do. It makes, especially spectating in games when there's multiple races going on, or you have like a really quick seed, keeping up with who has what is just the most difficult thing to do sometimes. And I always appreciate when I have the trackers, so if I ever have to step away from the computer or whatnot, I can kind of follow up with who's where. So thank you guys very much.
Alright, Chitin, if you're still there, any final thoughts before I wrap up with the minor administrative stuff?
Well, I can say this. If you want Jet Seed from me, well, just hit me up. I'll do it.
Make it swampy.
Now I'm curious about how a big swamp jet seed would be.
I can give you the link to that because I actually spun that.
Oh, no, there's no way I'm playing that by myself. I want someone else to be subjected to it if I am.
Arrange it with your third round Swiss partner, and maybe we'll come up with it. Anyway, as far as the administrative stuff goes, we have a lot of tournament matches going on right now. We have Zelda 1 Randomizer going on RM1, or RM Prime as some people call it, and I believe we also have one on RM4. However, I am going to take us over to RM3, where there is a Dragon Warrior Randomizer match between Amazing Toaster and Eternal Newbie. This one is shaping up. Ooh, we are approaching endgame. We better send you all over there now before this finishes.
Okay, thank you very much for your commentary, and I'm probably going to go check that out too, so have a great night.
Very well. We are wrapping things up very soon, so again, on behalf of all of our runners here, all of our trackers, commentary partner, this is Wolfman2000 saying until next time, watch out for Dragon Lore 2 Breath. We are taking you now to Randomania 3 for Eternal Newbie versus Amazing Toaster in Dragon Warrior Randomizer. Have a good night, everyone.
Night.